The Big Show on Hauraki. Cheers, Tui, for bringing back the laughs in a world gone mad. Yeah, right.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Monday afternoon, the 25th of November, 2024. And you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui. Get it in ya! Get it in ya! And as always, despite his tales of his weekend endeavours, old Moogie, his tight black T-shirt there and his massive Ponamu.
I thought you were say honker.
Well, that as well. But I just find that even more, makes him more appealing to me, Keyzie.
Yeah.
God, you're looking good, you stud. How's life?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog.
Loving the stubble too, by the way.
Sick son of a bee.
I don't know why
man.
your wife has a problem with your mo, because I find it hot.
Yeah, I know. Well, she does. She was asking me again over the weekend to get rid of it. I said, can't do it. Had a binding referendum on the Hauraki Big Show. And
Yeah, fair call, mate.
99.9% of people said keep it. Here we are.
Yeah, totally, man.
The problem with binding referendums on the Big Show is that Hoyte Jase doesn't abide by them because he had 2 for his moustache.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
But then if you remember why he had to shave them, Keyzie.
Yeah, but then he also said he'd grow it back again for the rest of November.
Oh, that's right, and he didn't.
And it's so clean shaven right now.
It's good to see you, Keyzie, and you're looking pretty doughy-eyed, can I say that? He always has a heavy eye when he's had a big weekend,
He
I
does.
find, Mo.
He does.
Looks a bit sleepy. But your bangs are looking buffy. How's life, Keyzie?
So good, Jase. Thanks for the introduction, man. I feel great.
Yeah, good.
My eyes are a wee bit heavy.
Yeah.
Don't know what that's got to do with anything, though. Still going to do great radio.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
man, of course.
Is
Jase,
that a
you-
new watch, man?
Nah.
Oh,
Nah, I wear it every day. I've had it for about 5 years.
it's shiny.
Thank you. I polished it. Speaking of, Jase, you look polished today, man.
Thanks, man. Feeling pretty good.
You got your spotty shirt
Yeah,
on.
a little speckled shirt.
Well, actually, this is a new
Looks
shirt.
new to me, yeah.
Yeah, that's been in my wardrobe the whole time, and I was going
The
out
whole
to,
time.
I was going out to dinner with my wife last night and her mum, and I looked at the shirt and
Her
went,
mum.
I've never seen that shirt before. Maybe I'll try that on. And
oh, so you wore it last night?
And
Yeah.
today.
And today.
So
That's
you haven't been home.
disgusting.
But I only wore it for about a couple of hours yesterday, so I thought I'll get another wear out of it again today.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Your hygiene is pretty...
So I'm looking pretty hot, I know.
Shoddy.
It fits me well and feeling pretty good, fellas.
Yeah, right.
I mean, my brain's a bit sort of all over the place. I'm a bit jumpy. I was in a
Yeah.
hooer of a mood this morning, but I'm working through all this stuff, and I'll explain that later on. But
Okay.
I'll tell you what, massive show ahead.
Ugh.
An absolutely massive show,
Oh.
so stay tuned. Oh, and Maggot Monday.
It is Maggot Monday, so send us a text on 3483 if you'd like to nominate anyone for being an absolute maggot over the weekend, and you could get yourself a TUI prize pack.
In the meantime,
good.
here's the Foo Fighters.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bon Jovi there on the radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. We asked if there are any Maggot Monday texts out there today, and there have been none, according to Keyzie. So I just want the people that are listening to the show at the moment to pull finger. I mean, we're giving everything we've got to give at the moment. And if you can't be asked texting us on 3483, why do we bother, fellas?
Well, no, there are a few.
Oh, there are?
Yeah. I was just going to
Well,
read
now
them out.
you've made me look like an idiot,
Well, you just
Keyzie.
went off. You've gone all renegade on your own. You know, I didn't know you were going to do
I
that.
said, were there any texts? And you said no.
No, because I said no. When I said no, I meant I was going to quickly plug our live show this Thursday in this break, and then in the next break, I was going to read some texts. So you've completely misread the situation.
Right,
there, Jase.
Right, okay, good.
This Thursday, by the way, if you're in Auckland, we're going to be at Hangar Bar out in Henderson, West Auckland, 4 p.m. till 7, debuting the Hauraki Pie. Come along. You get a Backbone T-shirt and free pies as well.
Yeah, looking forward to that. My home territory out west there. Now, I know that this last Friday past, fellas, you guys both had a big night. The New Zealand Film and Television Awards, was it?
No, the
Or
New
just
Zealand Television Awards.
Oh, Television
no film
Awards.
included in it, but everything else there. And we went along, didn't we, Keyzie?
Did you find a suit, Mogi?
Yeah, I own quite a few suits, so I just wore one of those.
Oh, right,
Yeah, which
'cause
is a
you
bit of a shame. You just want something else. I did have an absolute debacle, though. I thought I got my suit out, and then I went to get my, I thought I'll get my boots out, and, you know, my dress shoes there and my socks out just so they're ready. And no, not there. Not in the house. God knows where they are. God knows what's happened to them. So I had to, with half an hour before we were going to meet Keyzie, I had to go to a shop and buy some more boots. And it was an absolute disgrace how much they ripped me off for. And I'm not going to go into those details.
7K.
It was a lot of money.
Rhinestones.
Anyway, so we went along, Keyzie, didn't we? Now, I don't talk about it on here, but I've got a business talent agency. Keyzie, you're part of it, as thanks to Jase over here, who's kindly lent you over to us. But we had we've only been going for a couple of years, but we had James Musterpick was nominated for Best TV Personality. Karen O'Leary is nominated for Best Presenter for Entertainment. She won. Simone Nathan was nominated for Best Script and Best Comedy for Kid Sister. She won for Best Script. Els Carrad won for Best Supporting Actor for After the Party, which got 10 nominations and won 9. Gazelle Gold was nominated for Best Director for Kainga. So we had a pretty good night. We got 3 wins on the evening, but perhaps I was most proud of Keyzie.
Sure.
Keyzie got up there and presented some awards with Laura, what's her name?
McGoldrick.
And it was amazing.
Great.
The whole place was in stitches.
Thanks, mate.
Keizie's invented a whole new character where he's the goofiest son of a bitch on the face of the earth.
Sure.
And I was dying laughing. I don't know where it's come from. I've never seen it before.
He hit me up. He's like, why are you so goofy all of a sudden? I was like, I think that was just maybe a character for that particular moment.
You've done it a little bit on the TV show as well.
But yeah, you can pull it. I've started to go down a bit of a goofy route. And it's because Jase keeps calling me goofy.
Well, I've always said you're goofy.
I know.
Because you are goofy.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But this
that
is
doesn't surprise
goofy
me.
on another level. Now, I buggered it up because I should have been recording from the start, and then I started recording. It's always a bit of a shambles. But he presented 6 awards, didn't you, mate?
Wow.
But, God, the level of goofiness is out the gate. It's it's not even Keyzie who's doing it.
Sure.
It's completely different person.
Esteemed.
It's this thing called acting, Jase. You won't know about it.
Right, okay.
It's where you pretend to be someone else.
Yes.
And I did that in a professional situation.
Sure.
What was the general feedback on it, Keyzie?
Yeah, it was great. That was actually the good thing about it because the TV awards. Sorry, I don't know a lot of people. I've done some TV, but not in mainstream.
Yeah.
TV, you know what I mean? Not
Sure.
in big time TV. It's a lot of loud people talking about a lot of stuff they've achieved in their lives, and I'm just there like, I was just on like an ACC thing a couple of times, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was that the
goofy
first time going
Keyzie.
along to the awards?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked in TV for almost a decade, and our show was never ever put forward for any awards. For some reason, our producer at the time didn't like submitting for awards.
Right.
Thought it was too, I don't know. You're looking for praise, sort of thing, and it's like,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah.
probably help our ratings.
It's not a
man.
Kiwi sort of thing to do, really.
Yeah,
is
but
it?
we can just get over all that.
Wow, it is, yeah.
But I didn't want to go because I was absolutely knackered after we'd been in Taranaki, and then I ended up being the last one to not only leave the awards, but to leave the after party.
Right.
I was the last one there,
Yeah.
which I was quite proud of. It was 2:30. Everyone had gone home, and they were trying to shut this little private area they had going. I was like, all right, probably go home now.
Yeah.
busy today.
But it was excellent,
Oh, that's great.
and
Yeah.
presenting was fun.
Yeah.
So-
Because I got a call from your wife.
Oh, what did she say?
Was she not there with you?
No, she wasn't invited. And it's like
Yeah.
$100 and something for a ticket, so we decided it was a bad investment.
Yeah.
She was pretty upset when she called, but
Really?
yeah. So I went round and we just had a little chat and
Yeah.
hung out and gave her a hug and made her a cup of tea, some bickies, and we just sort of snuggled really.
Jase, you did
Mate.
not go around to my house and snuggle with my wife.
I was supporting her. Keyzie.
No,
She
you
was-
weren't.
She was upset, man. It's Blink 182.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Radiohead there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is exactly 4:26.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so we left the New Zealand Television Awards on Friday night, my wife and I.
Yes.
My wife.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, my wife.
As well, it was sort of like, oh, God, how we go? Oh, that was a problem. I had 1% left on my phone,
Ugh.
and my wife's phone was in being repaired, so she didn't have Uber on this other sort of shitbox phone. So I was like, how are we going to get an Uber? We're not going to be able to get an Uber. Anyway, as we're sort of walking through Aotea Centre there, the square, a taxi driver approached us and he goes, taxi. He says, taxi? ? Absolutely. Yeah, cool, man. So I go over there, jump in the cab, and I'm sort of trying to talk to him. He's not really talking back to me.
Right.
He's giving me a little bit of a vibe that he's a scumbag, to be
Sure.
honest with you. And so I was like, I'm not too sure about this guy. And then he started taking us around, not exactly the fastest route. So then we got home, and I said to my wife, why don't you just go inside? I'll be in a minute, because I could anticipate that there was going to be a bit of a stitch-up. And there's been a bit of a story going around, hasn't there, that people have been getting ripped off by taxi drivers. It was like some tourist got done for $800 or something ridiculous
Wow.
here.
Right.
In the last sort of week or so, coming back from Coldplay. So anyway, it ticked up, and the fare, now I travelled 2.6 kilometres.
Should we guess how much it's going to be? 2.6 kilometres, bit of a tariff to start things. I'm going to say $20.
Nice.
I'm going to say 30.
Not bad, Jase, not bad. So by the time we got there, it had got up to $42.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. And
Yes.
so he said $42. I'd been watching it tick up, and I was just like, well, I should have had my phone charged. It's my own fault. So $42, and then he does this thing on the little swipey card there, the old, what do you call those? FPOS machine. Passes that back. I swipe my card. And then I say to him, can I please have a receipt? Because I've got a feeling about this. And so he prints out the receipt, sends it back to me. I put my torch on, and all of a sudden, the fare has gone up to $52.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's gone up to $52. And I said, what's going on here, man? Oh, it puts on a 10% fee as soon as you use your credit card. I said,
10%?
10%. That seems like a lot. When it's normally about 1.6 or 2 or maybe 3. Oh, yeah, it's just what it does. I said, well, that doesn't explain the other $5 either. Anyway, gets into a very, very heated debate where Mogi is firing up.
Yes.
Absolutely firing up. And I was on the verge of throttling him, and he tried to give me $3 to make up for it. And I said, no, keep it coming. Eventually, he paid me out the difference.
Right.
But it's a strange way to run a business, isn't it? When you've got Uber that is offering you cheaper, better service, and then you come along and all you're doing is ripping people off, then do people really want to take a taxi?
Yeah. That's a total raw. I mean, the fact that it was even $40 odd
Unbelievable.
from where you were to where you went
2
to
kilometres,
is
yeah.
just ridiculous.
Can I just one question? When that happened, did it bug you?
Yes.
It's been bugging me.
I was effing and jeffing that fella
Just
there,
very
I tell you
quickly
what.
on that, my Uber ride home on the Friday,
Yeah.
the Uber driver had it on. He was very non-chatty, quite rude.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be, amicable.
But you're pretty rude.
And anyway, it felt like his heater was on about minus 40 degrees. I was
His heater?
His aircon.
aircon, okay.
I was freezing my ass off, and I said, "Oh, mate, do you mind if you turn the aircon off? It's pretty cold back here." And he said, "Nah, it's too hot."
Right.
And that was it. And I went, "Okay,
yeah.
Oh, wow. And when he said that, did that bug you?
nah."
That's good.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. System of a Down there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Any text there, Keyzie, on 3483. Maggot Mondays?
Yeah, heaps of Maggot Monday texts coming in on 3483. Don't forget everyone that texts through in the draw for a Tui prize pack. Shout out to Cody Fisher for being a massive maggot all weekend, getting up early this weekend to go to work like he always does. Cheers.
Yeah, backbone.
That's good stuff.
That's great stuff.
Speaking of backbone, shout out to Blair, who won the Chasing the Fox competition. Him and I are going to be absolutely maggoted on hole 6, hurling abuse at any celebrities that are smaller than us. Cheers.
Yeah, great stuff.
Too much.
Hey, now listen, there was a bit of a sporting action over the weekend, so let's have a bit of sports chat, shall we?
A bit of a sporting action.
Was that what I said?
It's like an Italian accent.
Yeah. CC!
That's
Oh, no.
sorry.
hang
I'm
on.
just going to pause that for a
yeah.
sec.
The
Sorry,
racism
man.
alarm. Racism alarm.
As I said, I've given up the durries
Sport.
and my brain's a bit scatterbrained.
So the Durries were the only thing stopping you from being racist.
No, fair point.
Hey, huge weekend of sport. Hoyte J, to begin with, you were so stoked. You were so stoked about watching India and Aussie play Test cricket, eh? How's that going?
Absolutely magnificent, actually. Bumrah, it's just a pleasure to watch him bowl. It's also a pleasure to see the Australians get absolutely smashed in this Test match, particularly given that India initially were bowled out for 150, and you thought, oh, God, here we go. And India missing quite a few key players as well, but they fought back magnificently and now totally dominating Australia.
Rise to
They
the
need
front.
534 to win to Australia and are currently 4 for 70 fellers. And that's on in the background now. And I'm finding it very hard not to be distracted by it.
What does this do in terms of context with our Test series sweep over in India?
Not a lot, really, Keyzie.
So, but what if Aussie, what if they lose to India drastically after the series?
Well, that'll mean that India probably get through to the World Cup final, to the Test Championship final. And Aussie is still up there, but we have to have a lot
New
of
Zealand's
things go
the
our
best
way.
cricketing nation in the world.
Yeah,
Is that
well,
what
it
it
does.
means?
It does, because we beat them at home 3-0, so obviously we're better than Australia at the moment.
It's all become very clear. Now, can I also just talk about the Wellington Phoenix? They beat the Melbourne Victory 1-0 over the weekend. That's taken them up to second place on the ladder. And Auckland FC beat Macarthur 1-0 away. So they're sitting in first place. So Auckland FC and Wellington 1 and 2 on the table.
Dominating, mate.
Maybe a bit of competition, hey fellas. Maybe that's good for the old the Phoenix.
Oh, it's good,
sparking
isn't it?
them up.
Yeah, man.
Totally, man. And especially when you think about Auckland FC absolutely caning the Phoenix.
Oh, I know.
Humiliating them 2-0.
Yes.
All Blacks, do you want to discuss it?
Oh, not really.
Yeah, I mean, look, I watched the first half and then I got about 5 minutes into the second half and I turned it off.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't enjoyable.
Every now and again you get one of those games, don't you, where the All Blacks will sink to the level of their opposition.
Correct.
It's the last game of the season, they can't be bothered. And that's why I'd always prefer to have Italy be the first game of a Northern Tour rather than the last.
Sure.
Because they're not going to drop their guard for an Ireland or an England or anything. But it was an incredibly tough watch.
I've got to be honest with you, fellas. I was late to the game because I was making love. So I missed the entire first half.
Right.
Then I watched about 10 minutes of the second half and went, I'm going to the gym.
Weird making love than going to the gym, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a really weird way to do that.
Absolutely.
I'm just a really
right.
physical kind of guy in the weekends,
Yeah,
Keyzie,
right, yeah.
you know what I mean?
My dad texted after the game, Don,
Yeah.
and I've never heard him say this, but he said, well, that was a tough watch.
Oh, really?
And he also said, I'm kind of glad the season's over. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so, for him to say that, dedicated, absolutely loves the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Yes. And let's look at Razor's record, because he came with high expectations there, Mogi and Keyzie. 10 out of 14. Barely a pass mark as a percentage of winning,
Well, I reckon that's pretty
71%.
good.
I think he went bloody well this year. I think the Springboks, considering they're in their absolute prime as a team and have been together for some years now, and that we sort of lost twice to them but were within 7 points and probably could have taken out a win. The fact that we lost by 1 point to France, and
that was painful.
the fact that we are in a rebuilding year and they're just trying to start buying into what it is that Razor's going to do. I'll start judging them in year 2 and 3.
Okay,
I'm
fair call,
happy
fair
with
call.
this year.
Yeah, Jase.
I was just sort of talking about the expectations that he's just going to win everything as soon as he comes
don't
in.
backtrack it now, man.
Fair cop.
10 out of 14, pretty good, and 3 out of 4 on the road. Northern Tour, it's a tough tour.
Yeah, I would have preferred the clean sweep, actually, Keyzie.
Well, we all would, Jase.
That pissed me off a little bit, to be honest.
You should have a durry, man.
Does anyone have any durries?
No, you're not allowed them.
Right, okay.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. Tool there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. For those of you that are interested in the cricket, Australia currently 478. 4 for 78, chasing 534.
It's not going to happen, is it, Jase?
No, it's not going to happen.
No way,
There's
eh?
still another day and a half to go, so it's all over, I reckon.
Hey, fellas, when I was a youngster, I remember in January, it was an important time of year for the key whānau. We would all hop into my dad's various pickup trucks and things and cart heaps of old car stuff to Kumiu every year for the Classic Car and Hot Rod Festival that happens there. 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of the biggest car shows in New Zealand. It is, I would have gone to it 15 years in a row of my childhood.
Wow.
Stayed the night, all 3 nights. Dad was selling car parts and talking shop with people.
What a backbone.
It was Backbone City, to be honest.
Yes.
And so I haven't been in the last few years, so the fact that we're actually even talking about it is bloody exciting for me. I'm going to go along with
I
you.
saw actually on that front, Keyzie, you brought in your little truckie today.
Yeah, you see the car park there?
Yeah, see it parked there.
Pretty
took
sweet,
up,
eh?
Took
Yeah,
up 2 spaces, actually, Mogi, because of the way he parked it.
Yeah, that
Selfish
sounds right.
bastard.
Sorry to interrupt, man, but do you have a point to that story, or are you just sort of just walk down memory lane?
I just thought I'd kill 2 minutes of radio by chatting about myself and my childhood.
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
man.
But
cool.
also, we're giving away an all-inclusive trip to Auckland for the festival in January, including flights and accommodation. As I said, it's a 3-day event, the 17th till the 19th. That's Friday through Sunday. We can work out the details, how long you want to spend there, what you want to do.
Sure.
But in the next hour, you have to listen out for this. Sorry, that Mike did a fart in the middle of that, so I'm just going to play it again just so that people don't think it's got a fart in it. So you're going to listen out for this. What? I'm going to play it one more time, okay? So just listen out for this without the fart, Mike.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry, hang on, Jase. When you hear the horn, call us on 0800 Hauraki and you get yourself in the draw. It's going to happen in the next hour.
Do they have accommodation in Qmu?
Qmu.
Yeah.
Why are you saying Qmu?
Qmu.
It's just Qmu.
Do they actually have accommodation there, do they?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a town.
Because I never stopped there because she's pretty rough.
No, Qmu is not rough at all. In fact, it's really nice.
You know what I mean? And
It's the kind of place you'd like to aspire to live.
I think I'd stopped there for a toasty once and just only barely made it out of there alive.
What was this in like 1960 something?
Well, it was like 1995,
Yeah,
Keyzie.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Qmu is a lovely place.
In my hot rod.
And your hot, what was it again?
Pardon?
If you are keen, as I said, listen out for that horn. It's going to be happening in the next hour, which is bloody exciting.
Yeah, great stuff. All that after 5 o'clock.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Monday is going along tickety-boo. The time is 5:02, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Tui.
Get it in ya.
Get it in ya!
If you have a look around New Zealand, you might spot
We
the
could
old...
do with a laugh, eh, man?
Hang on, I was about... Can I just do that again, and then you come in with that?
Okay.
Okay. If you look around the place, New Zealand, you might notice the old TUI billboards are coming back.
Yeah, right.
Mike.
Am I right?
Yeah, you are right, to be fair. They are back, and to be honest, it's good because we could do with a laugh.
Oh, God.
It's really interesting, actually, because I had a meeting with TUI management this
What were
morning.
their names?
Pardon?
What were their names? TUI management. How many of them were there? What were their names?
Richard and Clarice.
Was Clarice a boy or a girl?
A girl, obviously. I've never heard of a boy called Clarice.
I've never heard of anyone called Clarice other than in the...
Have you never
Silence of
watched
the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, that's the only person.
Right, okay. And they were saying, hey, listen, we're loving the show. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
And just keep encouraging people. If they've got ideas for billboards, fire them through on 3483. We'll run them up the flagpole and see how they go. But
Yeah.
it could, I mean, you could become a multi-millionaire if they accept one of your ideas.
Well,
That's right.
So you're promising that if one of your ideas gets through on 3483, they will pay you $1 million.
If it gets through, yeah.
Well, they're saying it could.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I feel like that's the only the sort of thing that you'd say if you knew it wasn't going to get through. Like you're not even going to do anything with the suggestions.
Oh, absolutely I will. I'll fire them straight through to Pugs, who'll fire them straight through to Richard and Clarice. All right? Now listen.
So where was the meeting?
Pardon?
Where was the meeting?
They came round to my place. Because I just wanted to keep it casual.
Yeah. No,
I said
it
I'd
makes
make
sense
them a
now.
coffee, Keyzie.
Yeah, nice.
Hey, now listen. I've got a question that I want to ask you fellas next. And I don't want it to degenerate into filth chat, but it's
Yeah.
something I'm genuinely interested in knowing.
Right, okay.
So we'll be getting into that next.
Exciting.
It is hygiene related, I will warn you.
Is it the sort of thing that might spark up the nation?
I think so. But in the meantime, is Guns N' Roses.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, Lincoln Park there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 5:13. Now, fellas, what I'm about to talk about now, I just want to clarify before we get into it
Yeah.
that I don't want this conversation to degenerate into filth.
Right, well, as long as it doesn't start with filth.
There's no filth in it.
Right,
Okay.
okay.
But I just know what you guys are like and that you will take it to a place of filth when that was not my intention. Now,
Well, I just want to say that I'm a little bit concerned about the types of conversations that are happening while the songs are playing. Some of the chat that's happening off air is disgraceful.
perpetrated by one Mike Minogue. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, time on the dunny is a contemplative time. And I often sit there while I'm,
See,
secreting.
We get it. You
yeah,
don't say secreting anything.
Can we just... It's just a word, Keyzie.
No, but you didn't
It's
need
just
to
a
say
word.
it.
When I'm forming my three perfect
So you
tubes.
don't... Okay.
All right? And I often find it a time to think about the world and things going on in my life and stuff like that. And I was taking a massive dump on Sunday.
Jeez. No, finish your yarn, man.
And this is true. It occurred to me, I thought, and I finished off the job there, and I thought to myself, now, why is it that we wipe our hands after we...
Wash, you mean, I hope.
Yeah, sorry.
Or you just wipe them on a towel.
Wash our hands after we take a dump. Because my point being, all that I've touched in the process of cleansing myself in the toilet bowl is toilet tissue.
Yes.
Now, if you're touching anything else other than that, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm heavy on the toilet tissue. So my hand never actually gets anywhere near the, in inverted commas, affected areas.
Sure.
So I cleanse myself, I flush, and then, of course, being a hygienic kind of guy, I always wash my hands afterwards. But I thought, why do we do that? Because all I've actually done here is handled toilet paper.
Right, so just quickly, 3483, feel free to text us with your opinion. Should you have to wash your hands after taking a dump? You'll go in the draw for a TUI prize pack. What's your opinion on this, Mogi? Because there's not even an argument to be had here. The fact that you didn't even ask the question is stupid.
I guess when you say it doesn't come near your anus, your fingers, that is, it's a body part, Keyzie. Grow up, mate.
Come on, man. Just Keyzie, how old are you?
It's coming within millimetres.
Well, so what? I mean, you're washing your hands because of the gas, perhaps, coming off.
Well, this is the thing.
This
is the argument, Jase, is that it can get on you. It's airborne, right? Because it's invisible. It's like, somehow, I don't know, Keyzie, you're not going to block your ears, mate.
And your nose.
He said it's airborne, not noseborne, Jase. Lucky for you.
When you pass wind, we'll put it that way, that's invisible, isn't it? But that's little tiny poo particles that are going up your nose. And so that sort of stuff can get close to your hands as well when you're reaching down into the toilet there, going around your bum. And so you've got to be careful of that. But let me say this, I completely agree.
Thanks, mate.
And I haven't washed my hands for probably 10, 15 years.
Awesome.
And I
respect that, man.
And I am a picture of health.
Thank you, Mogi. Thank you.
You haven't washed your hands in 10, 15 years?
Nah.
I know.
Because I think it's big toilet paper that are conning us.
Well, you still use toilet paper.
On and off. But I just think, it's the soap companies more, I should say, that, they're saying, you got to wash your hands, you got to wash your hands for 2 minutes, etc., etc. Rubbish.
Exactly. And Keyzie, I know you're massively anal. And that...
Sorry, what?
That anywhere in that dirty area for you, you're vigorously scrubbing and washing. So I know that you do that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying...
You're just asking the question.
I'm asking the question, why do we do it? Because I never get near that sort of... You hear what I'm saying, Keyzie?
I hear exactly what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. I just think that... When people were doing surgery back in the day, didn't Florence Nightingale or something, didn't she go to war and say people need to clean their hands because this is why people are dying so often in surgery and stuff, because you get all sorts of stuff on your hands you don't realise.
Yeah.
And so...
I think in that war, though, their hands were covered in blood and dirt, like literally
all sorts
dirt
of stuff,
from being in the trenches.
And I've never performed surgery when I'm taking a dump.
What... stuff at 3483. What do you think, New Zealand? Should you have to wash your hands? I think people should be washing their hands more anyway. So it's almost like it's good to wash your hands a few times a day just in case. And I don't work for Big Soap.
Yeah, but you had a kind of sickly childhood, so that makes sense to
100%.
me.
And I
know what I mean?
And I don't want people coming around me with pooey hands. You know what I mean?
Because I often think that
we don't have time, man.
People are really unhealthy. It's because they clean themselves.
It's because they constantly wash themselves. Pressure.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, the Beastie Boys there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. Now, before that, you might have heard a little car horn there going off in the middle of a song.
This is called the Big Show Honker.
And it's all in relation to the Kumu Classic Car and Hot Rod Festival. And we've got flights, accommodation, if you want to go along to that. So we're asking people to give us a call and get in the draw. Now, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm just going to go with Carl first. G'day, Carl, you massive backbone. How's life?
G'day, fellas. Not bad yourself?
Yeah, good thanks,
man.
mate. Good. You love your cars, do you, Carl?
Oh, I don't mind a car. Gets me from A to B.
Yeah,
Wait, that's
nice.
passion. That's real passion there, brother.
What kind of cars are you into, Carl?
Nice one, Keyzie. I actually love a Chevy Silverado.
Oh,
yeah,
truck.
yeah.
Good taste. Good on you,
that's
man.
great, mate.
Backbone.
That is so good. So just actually stay on the line there, and I'll chuck you over to Buxton in Studio B, and I'll sort you out, Carl.
Chuck you in the drawer, Carl.
James, you mad bastard. How's life?
G'day, lads. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks,
man.
James. Good weekend, James,
You
was
get
it?
maggoted, man?
Absolutely negative.
Yeah, responsibly, obviously.
Good, yeah.
What sort of car are you running at the moment, James?
Currently, a Toyota Hoyte work van, mate.
Yeah,
Is
get
it like
it.
a turbo diesel number? What are we talking?
Turbo diesel.
Yeah,
Good on you,
Beautiful,
man.
mate. Well, James, you're in the draw as well, mate, so you hold on, and Pugson will take care of you. Brad, you mad bastard. How's life?
Afternoon, team. How are we?
Yeah,
Can't
good, thanks.
complain,
Hey,
can't
Brad, what do you do for a crust, mate?
Dodgy old carpenter.
Backbone. Massive
Good on you,
backbone.
man.
And what sort of vehicle are you running at the moment?
I've actually got a 63 Singer Vogue.
A singer.
Yes, a Singer Vogue, like an old woman's car. 23-year project, so I could go up there and watch what I could be, maybe.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen one of those on the road before.
I've
No.
never even heard of one.
I haven't seen one of those
I don't
for
even know what you're
ages.
talking about.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'm lying.
He could be lying. Although if you were lying, you would have said something like you got a Lambo or a little blue truckie.
Yeah.
Or an
Way
aqua
more
truck.
street cred.
Yeah, exactly.
Street cred.
Great news for you, Brad. You're also on the draw, mate. Stay
Great
on the
news.
line there. And Paksan in Studio B will sort you out. Pugs has really got an attitude towards me today.
Every day.
Every time I look at him, he just shakes his head or tells me to wrap it up or whatever.
Tell you to wrap it up. What do
Wrap
you
it
mean?
up.
You know what I mean?
Oh, as in stop talking.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
By the way, texts
Oh.
are flooding in on 3483
They
about
are.
Jase's hot topic. And if you've just joined us, Jase wants to know why he has to wash his hands after taking a dump. He thinks it's an outrage. And to be honest, there's a text here on 3483. It sounds like Jase isn't washing his hands and is just checking with you guys before he comes clean about it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Plenty of texts coming in though, but we'll read all of those next.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Nirvana there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 5:38. Now, great news. We're back on the road again this week, fellas.
Yep.
In my part of the neighbourhood, West Auckland, Hangar Bar.
That's right, out west there. We've never done West Auckland.
No.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how we go, actually.
And West Auckland is backbone country. Of course, we are also debuting the brand new radio Hauraki Pie, thanks to Dad's Pie. So if you'd like to come along, be one of the first people in the country to taste one of those and listen to the big show live from 4 till 7, then make sure this Thursday you come to the Hangar, Henderson, West Auckland, across the road from Trust Arena there, and we'll be doing the show live. Can't wait.
Man.
Backbone T-shirts available as well.
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah,
about
good
those
times.
bar blades? Will they have any of those?
Yep, and
Yeah,
free pies.
always.
Yeah, free pies will be there as well.
I'll
I
be
actually,
holding-
I actually tried that pie over the weekend. And in fact, I had 2 of them. And they're bloody good.
Yes.
They're a little bit bigger than your traditional pie, Keyzie.
Bit of jalapeno in there, man. Just
Jalapeno,
a
little bit of a zing in there. Bloody delicious. Great pie.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to it, actually. Very much looking forward to both being out west and having a pie.
Just some quick breaking news.
This is breaking news.
Diddle-douche.
Jace hasn't washed his hands after taking a dump.
No,
Now,
no,
there's plenty of texts coming
Keyzie.
through. It's what you said.
No, that's not what I
Yeah.
said. I said, as I was taking a dump, I was just pondering, why is it that we do wash our hands after we've done it? Because I don't know about you fellas, I don't make contact with my buttocks at all. The tissue does, and my hand doesn't get anywhere near the affected area. So I always wash my hands. I was just curious as to why we do it.
Yeah, you were saying at school they used to call you shit mitts.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, off air, was I?
You said your wife still calls you that.
Oh, does she?
Text here in your support, Jace.
She does still call you
Yeah,
that.
she
too.
does.
She does too,
She
yeah.
Oh, Keyzie, can you put on shit mitts on? 3483, plenty of texts coming
Well,
through.
hang on. Why is she talking to you?
Oh, she rang me in tears. Washing your hands is a conspiracy run by soap companies. Stay safe out there, fellas.
Yes.
Yeah, good on
Thank
you, mate.
Couldn't agree more, Jace. I've explained this to my mates and they all just give me shit. Chirp. That's from some filthy bastard.
Yeah.
How about this one? Poo bugs go through 10 layers of toilet paper. We tested it at uni. Gross AF.
Oh, my God.
Through 10 layers, they will still get through.
They still get through.
Well,
They're
that's-
bugs
That's
there,
why
Hoyte
I
Janus.
always use 15 sheets.
Right. What about this? I don't know if this is true or not.
Here we go.
You should only ever wash your hands if they are visibly soiled. That is what they recommend in hospital. I am a healthcare worker. It helps to build your immunity.
Well, this is my concern. I think, in particular in Western culture, we are obsessed with cleaning things.
True.
There's all of this soap and these cleaning products that get sold to you, and all I think it does is that it strengthens the bugs because you're not wiping them out, right? It's like with antibiotics. You've got to wipe them out. You've got to take the full course. I sincerely believe we are obsessed with cleaning too much.
I agree with you. In fact, we actually didn't wash our kids for 10 years.
No.
Never missed a day of school.
I don't wash it, the car, the house, nothing.
Yeah, just leave the filth there. And that way you get immune to all those things. It's when
Yeah,
you're
that's
really
right, Jase.
washing and cleaning everything all the time that
Totally.
you get sick because you've got no
100%,
immunity
man.
to it.
100%. I agree. We've got to draw the line somewhere, right? So when
Yeah.
I have kids, they'll be up eating mud and doing whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be scrubbing them with Dettol and all that. However, I think you should wash your hands after wiping. I think there is a line to be drawn somewhere. It's not all the bugs or none of the bugs. Somewhere in the middle is good.
Well, who are people going to listen to, Keyzie? You've barely even made it around the block once yet, or Hoyte J, an absolute backbone, somebody that they call shitmits.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I concede to you, shitmates.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, scar tissue.
What about it?
Like toilet tissue.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Crowded house there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 5:54.
How good was that gig, Jase?
Yeah, so good,
Down in
man.
Hamilton there. Go Keyzie, mate. Me and Hoyte J, we went to the Crowded House gig over the weekend there in
Wasn't it in Auckland? At Spark?
No, I think it was in Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
And got in a hurr of a fight, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, really?
The old
Yeah.
fisticuffs. Wow, I'm off the darts, and someone said the wrong thing, and I
What
just
did
went
they say?
ape. Oh, I can't even remember.
Hello.
It didn't even matter.
Someone
really.
said hello to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
no,
said, well, to be fair, it was a bit more than that. They were banging on a bit, Jason. You didn't ask to talk to them, and they said, "Oh, do you like Crowded House? Do you?" And Jace just saw red, didn't you, mate?
Wow.
Yeah.
He was all over him, man.
Do you feel bad now, though? Because that seems like a bit of an overreaction.
No, it was all good.
That's what they get.
Got the
Yeah,
old
right.
shit mitts out.
Yeah.
Hey, now listen. After 6 o'clock, what's for tea, New Zealand, with me? Easy.
Mike, stop farting in the middle of everything.
So, whatever you're having for tea, text us now, 3483. Remember, everyone that does that goes in the draw for a TUI prize pack.
It's my segment, so let me throw to it.
What's in that? What's in that prize
Hang on,
pack?
Mike. Yeah, what are you having for tea, New Zealand? Text it through on 3483 and include your name, and we'll read it out on the radio, and you can win a TUI prize pack.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, great stuff. All that after 6 o'clock.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike, and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Monday's going along very nicely indeed. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by TUI. Get it in you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, get it in you.
Yum.
Yeah, right.
Nice. Hey, now listen, the podcast outro is basically us warming up for the radio show.
That's true.
It's very casual. It's very laid back.
Do you-
It's R18, generally speaking.
do you mind, Keyzie?
Often there's a lot
Do you
of
mind,
filth in there that, Pugson has to put a disclaimer on. I don't think there was any in today's podcast.
No.
Do you guys think we have to explain what it is every day?
No, I'd rather we didn't.
Yeah.
That's driven by you, Captain Admin.
Well, I didn't even... No, I'm not Captain Adam. He just started...
I've actually stopped doing that. That was the first time I've done it in ages.
What?
'Cause
That's
you
not true.
Yeah, because you jump in there, Captain Admin.
That's not true.
What's the clip today, Keys?
Oh, good question, Jace.
The clip today is from the podcast outro, which is bonus content we do every day.
That's so
Search
true.
Hauraki Big Show wherever you get your podcast from. They come out at 7:30, and this better not be the clip that I told Pugs not to put in, otherwise I'll be furious. If I get home and I'm pissed, it's like 2 a.m. and I want to have a shower before hopping in bed, I'll do a wheeze in the shower.
Yeah, what a
But-
pig. Can you clip that off, Pug
No,
Sam? We'll send
hang
that
on,
to
no.
Keizie's missus.
Pugs, and also don't make that the little clip we play on the radio
Yeah,
show
mate,
either.
that little clip we play on the
Don't.
radio, man.
Just
Cheers,
after
brother.
6. If you don't, you dare.
So that was,
Hang on a minute. I just want to know how Keyzie feels about that. How you going, man? Because you specifically asked Pugs to just keep that in the podcast, and yet here it is, playing out live to millions of people.
Well, obviously, Pugs is dead to me now. We had a great thing going there. In fact, we were kind of a package deal at one stage. No longer. Because the doing wheeze in the shower bit went on air.
Yeah.
Can I just say, Keyzie, over the last couple of years, you've given me a lot of jip about my toileting and all that sort of stuff.
You're toileting.
And, and now to know that every time you get steamed, you go home into the shower and do a power urine spray.
Okay, this is the problem.
Which is every day.
You've taken this completely.
Every single day.
I said, okay, this is the issue. You have to listen to the podcast outro for full context because you'll find that it was nowhere near what you just lied about.
Because it's like you were saying on the podcast outro, and you can get that, listen to that wherever you get your podcasts. You'll sort of be out somewhere, you get to chatting, and you sort of forget, haven't broken the seal, and you've had about, 10 or 11 beers, and it's not until you get home and the shower hits that you unleash with sort of 5 litres of urine.
You know how, Mogi, you'd go into an old person's house sometimes and they've been a smoker for like 40 or 50 years.
So Hoyte Jase house.
There'd be like that nicotine stain on the roof.
Yes.
That's what it's like in Keyzie's bathroom.
That's really good, Hoyte Janus. That's great, mate. It's not this funny. It is not this funny.
But listen.
But listen, what? Throw in the song.
What's for Team New Zealand?
Oh, here we
Keyzie?
go. It's up next. Text through what you're having for dinner on 3483. You can win a Tui prize pack. What's this song, Jase?
Alice in Chains.
Oh, yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Collective Soul there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon, but right now it's time for...
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Text here from Steve. What's for Team New Zealand with me, Keyzie? That's right. It's the award-winning segment where you text through what you're having for dinner. We then read it out loud on the radio. And then Jase and Mike will sort of give their opinions on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with...
That was good, Keyzie.
Thank you. G'day, guys. Liz here.
Jamie.
Who's that?
She's a politician in
Dick
America.
Cheney's
She's
wife.
Cheney's
Missus,
daughter.
Yeah.
Daughter.
Oh,
Yes.
daughter, sorry, yeah.
Yes. And she's having prawn dumplings and rum.
Oh. I like that.
Just on the dumpling front, by the way, because we've suddenly figured out how to cook the bloody things. Because you buy them frozen, of course. And
Did you read the instructions?
Yeah, we read the instructions, but it never worked out. But I've been cooking a lot of dumplings lately. It's top notch.
My wife is making us dumpling soup for this evening's dinner.
Yum.
I'll let you know
Yum.
how it goes tomorrow.
Good stuff.
Do you wash your hands after taking a dumpling?
No.
Disgusting. G'day, fellas. James here.
Oh, my God. James Dean.
Wood.
James Dean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But isn't he?
Who's James Wood?
I think you're thinking of James Woods.
Oh, is it Woods?
Yeah, he's an actor
yeah.
as well. He's a mad bastard.
Oh, this is actually
Keyzie.
just James.
You'd love him.
James and Dunedin.
James and Dunedin.
Tonight I'm having pickled onions and cheese for dinner, followed by some pavlova I made for dessert. Beautiful.
You're not allowed to eat pavlova until it's Christmas. That's one of the rules.
I think summer. Well, it's not even summer yet, is it?
No.
I think spring.
Can I just ask your opinion on this? Because I'm a big fan
Yes.
of the old pickled onion.
Oh, I love a pickled
I
onion.
love a pickled onion.
I
I've
love 'em.
never really had one, but I bet it's
Oh,
delicious.
Oh, they're great. You get them
It's
on
like
a
an
little
onion,
toothpick,
but they've been pickled.
But they've been
What?
pickled.
Yeah.
Bloody beautiful.
Because I love pickled cucumbers. Or pickles. I've seen you guys eat them. G'day, fellas. Archer here.
Oh, my God.
Phil
Who?
Archer.
Yeah. Who's that?
Look him up on Wikipedia.
Right,
there,
okay.
Keyzie.
Roast chicken and new potatoes.
Oh, yeah, new potatoes.
Any greens
What
in
a
there?
rich bastard.
I mean, it's a lot of protein and carbs.
Oh, yeah, it
there.
says here a few greens. Don't want it to be all protein and carbs. Cheers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah,
Archer.
Cool.
Yeah.
G'day, fellas. It's from Tony.
Oh, my God. Tony
Lyle.
Lyle.
Yeah, the guy that is a comedian and does part-time work here at Hauraki.
Yeah.
Yes.
in the ACC, eh?
G'day, lads. An old recipe of my mum's. Boiled eggs and asparagus casserole done in cheese sauce.
Yeah, that sounds like shite.
Oh, dear.
That's a puke fest.
I mean,
I washed my hands after making that.
I want to wash my hands after hearing that.
Yeah.
what about this? Caleb. His
Oh, my
text
Caleb
through.
Clark. Is he back already, is he?
Caleb Clark. G'day, fellas and Hoyte Janus. I'm having smash burgers. Yum.
What is a smash burger?
It's where you get the patties and you put heaps of butter
burnt
in them.
meat patties,
And then
yeah.
no.
You
There's
butter them up,
No. You get meat patties. You put heaps of butter in them, and then you put them in the fridge in balls.
In
and then they
balls?
get really cold. And then you put them on the pan and you smash it with
Right.
this big metal thing.
Right,
You
what
put-
metal thing?
I don't know. It's got like a patty smasher. And then you put those on burgers, and they're really succulent. They're really succulent and moist.
Why do you smash it?
I don't. Wait. Do you want one more there, fellas?
Yeah, quickly, please.
All right, this one's from
Hurry up.
Stu.
Stu Wilson.
That's the one.
Wow. A couple of rugby players tonight, Jase.
Yeah, man.
Homemade pizza bases, ham, pepperoni, sausages, capsicum, mushies, and pineapple.
Okay.
That sounds delicious.
We had homemade pizza over the weekend, actually. It was beautiful.
Did you like that?
Yeah, mate.
I heard you make the best pizzas in the world.
Yeah, I do, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Tom Petty there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening, but right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Keyzie, you pig.
Mike,
I watched some more Slow Horses. Is that all I watched, man?
Gary Oldman, Apple TV.
I'll tell you what I'm doing at the moment, actually. I'm listening
Disney.
to, and this is not what's on the telly, but I'm listening to Al Pacino's autobiography, Sonny Boy. It's just come out. And I was trying to buy it as a book, but I couldn't find it. And then I tried to get it on the Kindle, but it wasn't available yet. So then I thought, I'll go on Spotify because they've started doing these audiobooks now.
Yes.
And it's on there for free. Now, there was a time where that would cost you $80 for an audiobook. But now Spotify has done a deal with all these publishers, and it's apparently, because I looked it up, I was like, how are they making any money? As soon as it gets past being read 10% of the book is read, then Spotify has to pay the publishers. And I'm assuming they think because everybody's got Spotify that there'll be a lot more people listening to audiobooks.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. But anyway, he sort of blabbles on quite a lot. He's very slow. And he sounds like he would have been a massive pain in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I watched a lot of Test cricket, as mentioned in the sporting chat that we had earlier on, but I watched the end of Mr. In Between.
Hey,
Finished it now.
Did you?
Yeah. So good. And in the last couple of episodes, well, one episode in particular, there's a very quirky little love story,
Right.
which I really loved. And it was a New Zealand actress. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah.
She's very endearing. And it was a very sweet little love story. And I won't tell you what happens to it in the end, but not
Yeah.
good.
Right.
So once again, I would say, highly recommended. I was sad to see it go. And I understand he's not bringing it back. He's gone, nah. I loved him, but I've done that guy. He's done and dusted, and I'm
Yeah.
moving on.
Well, you've got to
Which-
park it.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Because it's great to leave something on a high.
It's like The Office or those shows where you leave on a high, you don't wear thin.
Yes.
People miss it rather than wishing you left.
Exactly, Mogi.
Yes. How many buzzies, Jace? Would you
Five.
Five out of five.
Five
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
five.
five buzzies.
It is, for me, an absolute all-timer. I've been watching more. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Okay. I will definitely watch it at some stage, fellas. We watched Wicked Little Letters. It's like a British sort of
Porn.
comedy drama starring Olivia Colman.
Is it a porn?
Wicked Little Letters.
It's set in 1920s. It came out this year.
Did it?
And
Is
it's
she-
based on a true story.
Keyzie, you mad bastard.
Where this Irish lady moves in next door, and this Olivia Colman plays a very Christian, very proper woman who lives at home with her parents, and someone has started writing them very salacious letters
Oh,
with all sorts of
sexy.
swearing in it.
Is it
And-
a series or is it a...
No, it's a movie.
Ooh.
And it's just a quirky, funny little English comedy. Her dad, Olivia Colman's dad in the movie, Jase, reminds me a lot of you, so you should watch it. It's great.
What's
And
that on, by the way, Keyzie?
We had to just rent it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, I think it just came out of the theatres.
Right.
Did the letters turn you on?
No.
Oh.
They're very funny, though, and Olivia Colman reading them out, and, like, they'll be in court, and one of the barristers will read out what one of the letters says, and that's always the funniest part, is someone reading out the letters that are written, because it's just the calling people a big stinky slut and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just so funny in that 1920s setting.
Right.
Highly enjoyable, 4 stars out of 5.
Wow, how many buzzies though?
Yeah, but what are stars?
4.5.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Blind Melon there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Monday evening. Now, listen, of course, in January 18th to be specific next year, the Black Clash, a hugely popular sporting event, and we're going to be there with bells on, aren't we, fellas?
Certainly are, Jase. This time it's down at Hagley Park in Christchurch. We are going to be sitting in a hot spring spa hot tub right on the boundary line there, Mogi and I, and we've got the chance for you to not only win... Maybe Jase as well. We've got the chance for you to not only join us for the first innings, but also get free flights, free accommodation, and check out the tram and the hot pools in New Brighton and a whole lot of other stuff. If you're keen to enter that, hauraki.co.nz, more than 80% of the tickets are sold out.
Wow.
So make sure you go along, get yourself in the draw.
Holy helmet.
Chris Gale's going to be there.
Yeah, man.
They've issued us a health and safety waiver for sitting in the hot spring spa.
Well, can I just, before you delve into that, make you recall, Keyzie, that you sliced your hand open the last time you were in the spa.
Oh, yeah.
And you ended up having to go to the ambulance.
Oh, that's
right.
And they ended up having to sedate you because you were so upset at the sight of your own blood.
Okay, and now we've strayed into bullshit territory.
You were that upset about it. Remember?
That's right,
So
I was.
You may be about to mock this health and safety, but I do
Jase,
recall...
No, what happened, Mogi?
Yeah, mate.
Before you got here today, Pugs go, Jase says, what the hell's this? Picks up the health and safety form.
Fires up.
And then goes, that's for Mike and Chris, you don't have to worry about it. I was like, what is it? It's a health and safety form for Hot Springs Spa.
Yeah.
Oh, what? What the F?
Yeah.
This is crucial, Jase. Okay?
Well, can I say that it is bullshit?
Right.
I mean, don't you think?
Nah, man.
That we're having to fill out a health and safety waiver to say that we understand the dangers that may be inherent with sitting in a spa. Now, that said, that's the kind of the problem here, isn't it, Jase? Where you'd say that it's ridiculous and what's going on in the world, and this is a problem with the world at large. But then Keyzie did get severely injured last year, so perhaps it is worth signing.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
got
So
injured.
no point mocking it.
Can I just say I got injured opening a beer with another beer?
Yeah.
And that was the issue.
Yeah.
Very soft hands, and then bled all through the spa pool.
That's
Yes.
right. And then Mogi rubbed prawn juice into it. I am in appropriate physical condition to participate in the event. I think so. So we can tick that. I understand I must keep my eye on the ball at all times and take every precaution to safely enter and exit the spa pool. You know, that's good stuff.
If the ball's flying at you, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. I understand and agree that situations may arise during the event which may be beyond the immediate control of the event organisers. So, I don't know, people might run and jump in the pool with us.
People might smash our faces in.
Or they might smash our faces in.
Yeah.
I consent to receiving...
I can see you being mobbed by people, actually, Mogi, with your beautiful stallion body.
I'd say so.
I can see the ladies and men
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
themselves in there to
yeah.
get a taste of Mogi.
What about number 8 here? I will not expose my burnt meat patty nips to the crowd, and will wear a t-shirt at all times.
So that's
But
obviously
that's only
aimed
on
at
you.
you.
That's only
That's
on your
weird.
one.
That's on your
That's
one,
only
not
on your
mine.
one.
That seems crazy. What about I consent to receiving medical treatment in the event of illness or injury suffered during or immediately after the event?
No way.
No. Leave me.
No.
Let me die. But anyway, hauraki.co.nz. I'll sign that form and you can join us in the old hot spring spa.
I mean, good Lord.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. That's your Monday's show done and dusted. I'm picking for both of you tonight. You're going to carry on your sort of quiet weekend vibes on your Monday night. Or are you going to go hard again, Mogi?
Yeah, probably won't be going hard again. The wife and I have endeavoured to take a few weeks off the booze, so that'll be bloody good. Especially if it happens, which seems unlikely.
Yeah, it seems crazy.
But well, actually, what have I got? I'm probably going to go along to the old work party now because I'm not leaving Auckland after all now. So I'm probably going
Is
to
there
be.
a work party? I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, just another one of the emails that you haven't managed
Mike,
to see.
we'll talk about it off here, man.
Nah, man.
No, me and you.
Oh, yeah, good. All right, you just get me in there, brother. I'll be your +1, eh?
Yeah.
Love you. Love you. But anyway, yeah, not much tonight, man. It's a Monday.
Yeah, fair call there, Mogi. What are you up to, Keyzie?
Just messaged the wife. We're having red curry tonight. And then after that, we'll go for a bit of a walk.
What kind of red curry?
I don't know, red curry.
What protein are you using?
Chicken thigh. With little pieces of corn and little bits of broccoli and little mushrooms in it. And then afterwards, we'll go for a walk around the block to aid with digestion.
To aid with digestion.
That's
okay.
why, because we had dinner last night, and
Sure.
my wife said, I'm like, do you want to go for a walk after dinner? She's like, I was just thinking that it might help us digest our food. And I was like, what are we, like 80?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah.
My aid with digestion. Yeah, that's
Next,
old people talk.
you'll start having your main meal as lunch. You know what I mean? And then just a
Yes.
little snack at night.
Yes.
So that'll be the key. We're having Big Mac tacos tonight,
Wow.
which I'm actually a big fan of. My wife was going to make spaghetti bolognese, and I said, darling, can I make a special request?
What did she say?
She said,
what
yeah,
did she
fine.
say?
She said, yeah, that's fine, I can do that.
And what did you request?
Big Mac tacos.
Oh.
Because she does a good job of those.
Yum.
Not that she doesn't
Those
do
are
a
the
good job
ones-
of a
Everything
spag
else.
bowl. Yeah.
Those are the ones I told you to make, eh?
Yeah.
And now it's like your favourite.
It's my favourite, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show this afternoon. Make sure you check out the podcast. Also, check out our Instagram account. Till tomorrow. See you later.